Okay. Hi, you guys. Hi, Judy. Hi, Terry. Hi, Kristen. So, yeah, I'm a whole minute early. I hope I get credit for that. It's important. Duh. So, yeah, we're going to work on Pantone cards today. So, I don't know how many we'll get to, but we'll do it anyway. And then I have a bunch of stuff to show because I've been shopping. Shopping, shopping, shopping. But we'll wait and let a few people get in here. Um, Hi, Dee Dee. Um, Now I'm on time. Hi, Missy. So yeah, I went shopping last week and have fun stuff. And I have some little bit of happy mail to show, which is awesome. And I always appreciate it's always just like your birthday when you get fun happy mail. So yeah, so I'll show that first. We'll just give people a little bit of time. If you're watching on YouTube, scrub forward until something starts happening. Otherwise, you'll just listen to me. Hi, Linda. Hi, Tim. Hope Tim's still making progress, Linda. I think about you guys all the time. Hi, Marguerite. So, yeah, and keep CB in your prayers. I haven't talked to her lately, but yeah, they've got issues down there. And today is sunny and beautiful, going to be in the 50s, so I'm happy about that. Robert can be outside. Oh, so, but we're definitely getting signs of spring. It was so cute, and I thought I want to put a camera. We have two birdhouses out on a couple of the trees out front, and I just this week started noticing the birds going in and out, in and out, in and out. So I know they're in there building their nests. And I was thinking, how could I get a camera in there where I could take, like short little videos? Yeah, CB did come in to Dee Dee, so I was happy about that, Judy. Hi, Ruth. Um, but I would sure love to see a like time elapse um, video of what the birds are doing in there, laying their eggs, and but yeah, I'm definitely seeing signs of spring, which I'm really happy about. In fact, if we have time, I'm going to draw a daffodil today because I've only drawn 500 of them, so I probably could manage another one. Hey, Barbara, coming in here singing. I love that. So, yeah. Hey, Tori. Tori, I love your drawings so much. They're so good. I'm just glad you're able to do them. I knew you were having some issues where it was difficult for you, so I'm just glad you can do them. I'd say keep doing what you love up until the very last minute. Hey, Shelly. All right, we got people showing up around here. That's a good thing. My worst fear is someday I turn on the camera and nobody shows up. So let me show you the happy mail. Yeah, Dee Dee's tip about the calendars were really good, right? Oh, the camera's built into the bird feeder. I had mine made without a camera. The camera's built in. Oh, I'm going to look for one of those. Hi, Sharon. Well, Tori, when you're talented, I think people should acknowledge it. And you definitely have some serious bad girl talents going on over there. So anyway, hi, Hermie. Hermie, I'm sorry I was confusing you with Hedgie about living somewhere outside the U.S. So I'm glad to know you're from Michigan. So this is some happy mail from Sharon Marlowe. And it's so pretty. Look at that. It's so my colors, like the blues, and it's textured and has little flowers pasted on. Sharon, thank you. This is really, really pretty. So I think it was just thank you for all your inspirations, Sharon Marlowe. Be strong and courageous. Do not fear or be in dread of them, for it is the Lord your God who gives with you. He will not leave you or forsake you. Deuteronomy 31:6. Thank you for that, Sharon. And then she sent me this cool tag. The cool tag will end up in my scavenger hunt book, but I wanted to leave it intact until I showed you guys. So, Sharon, I'm glad you're out there creating beautiful things and then shoving them in an envelope, putting my address on, and sending it to me. Hi, Joan. Shelly, anybody else I missed? There must be sound, Shelly. Oh, well, you can't hear anyway, so check and see if you got your mute button pushed. I do that all the time. Um, so yeah, it was really pretty, and it was, just a surprise out of the blue. Whatever stencil she used is very cool. So I appreciate that. I really do. And giving me words of inspiration. So thank you. Yeah, the tag is awesome, right, Judy? So thank you so much. And then this next knucklehead is sitting there in chat. This is from all the way from England. It's from Terry Brett. I can't show the envelope because there's addresses on it. It was the mute button. I just said. I do that all the time, Shelly. Why don't I have sound on my computer? Check it out. Check it out. This is one of Terry's drawings. This will definitely end up in my scavenger hunt. Look at him. Oh, my God. He's so precious. Terry, you don't know. This was so happy. Just to thank you for all the fun and inspiration you give on your streams. I couldn't buy the monkeys for me and not for you. Look, could I? Keeping your fingers, it was all still stuck together, just like you packaged it up, Terry. So I know, is that not just so cute? Toy. It didn't take long. I didn't see what the date was. They don't give you a date on here, apparently, or I don't know how to read it. 9/2/24. What? It says 9/2, but we're not even there yet. Well, there's no date on here, so no, the address you put on here, Terry, was 9/2. I know, right, Judy? She should be an illustrator. Hers are so cute. So look I got tons of monkey stickers. Monkey stickers will be everywhere. And the monkeys might be thinking or saying rude and ignorant stuff because that's pretty much what pops in my mind first thing every time. Hi, Folo. Hi, Jen. Hi, anybody I'm missing coming in. I'm showing off my monkeys from Terry Brett. Look at this one. That's what I look like in the morning. Oh, month, day, year. So it's, yeah, okay, I get it. All right. If you don't do it my way, you should learn to do it my way. How about that? Bananas with monkey, or monkeys with bananas. Bananas with monkeys. Pirate monkeys. Monkey face. Yeah, these will be saying pretty much rude and ignorant things. They will find a way into my scavenger hunt book. And look, she found my crown. I don't know why I don't have crowns like that. But you know what? Day, month, year. Yeah. Shelly, it just dawned on me. So it was the 9th. So it took 10 days. Yeah, thumbs up. I am becoming a huge fan of Kate Middleton. I was a Diana fan. I love Diana. I knew she was in a horrible situation just to navigate the whole royal family protocol, blah, 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 blah. Totally jealous of all of them, I promise you, because that's how I want to be treated. But I don't know, somehow I got on some Kate Middleton reels. That woman is so gracious. She's so wonderful. I'm loving her a lot. And she had to cut this one to fit it in the envelope, which is just fine, Terry. If you're including monkeys, you just cut away, girl. Girl. I don't know how to get into this. I'll figure it out. See, Flo, that's my feeling is they should be like opening my doors, straightening my clothes, fixing my hair. They would definitely be fixing my crown. my crown. So, yeah. So here's a bunch of monkeys. Thank you, Terry. You know me so well. So I won't even put that back in the package because I'm going to throw the package away. And then I looked at this whenever it showed up the other day. I have not heard, Shelley, what was going on, but when you're in the hospital 2 weeks, that's not just sewing up some stitches, you know? I speak fluent sarcasm. I like coffee and maybe 3 people. I don't know, Terry. Well, no, I'll give myself 3 because I have to like Robert, and I could name a couple other people that I kind of maybe like too. Ooh, people. I'm not angry. This is just my face. Your Highness, Janet, you are our Marna. Oh, Judy, thank you. Oh, I wish I could save that and put it somewhere where everybody read it. Hi, Dorothy. Yeah, I'm curious what was wrong too, but I prayed for her and I hope she's okay. And I pray for the king too. That's a horrible diagnosis. Busy doing nothing. I'm not for everyone. That is the absolute truth. I don't know how to act. My age, have never been this old before. Duh. That's why I just stuck at 12-year-old boy. It seemed like a reasonable place to stay. I'm a freaking ray of sunshine. I run on caffeine and chaos. Now, I don't like the chaos part. I have to like Robert. Yeah, I do have to like Robert. Free hugs. Just kidding. Don't touch me. Chaos coordinator. I actually do like nice, calm, quiet. That's why I wish Robert would quit talking to the neighbors. Whenever you talk to somebody, along with it comes some expectation, some chaos, some something. And I ask him all the time, why do you have to go around talking to people? Why do you have to do that? I'm here because you broke something. Mama tried. Mama did try. Mama did okay, though. I may be wrong, but I doubt it. I think I was wrong at Dee Dee's this morning. Oh, I was wrong about where Hermie lived. So it's weird being the same age as old people. Oh, is that not true? I look in the mirror and I just go, how the hell did this happen? And these are stickers, you guys. They got sticker paper on them. So they'll end up everywhere. Fun fact, I don't care. And yet, despite the look on my face, you're still talking. I think that a lot. I'm not trying to be difficult. It just comes naturally. Terry, these are so perfect. Admit it. Life would be boring without me. I'm not sure if Robert would agree with that. 0 days without sarcasm. Caution, I have no filter. Ask Dee Dee. She'll definitely tell you that. I see no good reason to act my age. I've got a good heart, but this mouth. I'm not sleeping. I'm just resting my eyes. No, when I'm sleeping, you don't even think about me. Yeah, exactly, Judy. I'm here because you broke something. That definitely is Robert Vaughn. You weren't going to tell on me, Dee Dee. You know, everyone was thinking it. I just said it. Now that is so true. Everybody else would be sitting around thinking, oh God, this is so boring. This is whatever. I'll say it. I don't care. I'm not short. I'm fun size. That's the absolute truth. Me and Denise. I don't like morning people or mornings or people. I used to be a huge morning person. I'm just not anymore. How about no? Humans, not a big fan. I'm not bossy. I just know what you should be doing. Oh, you know where that one's going. I have her address and it's going to her. A penny for your thoughts seems a little pricey. Ooh, people. Sorry I'm late. I didn't want to come. I don't go to begin with. Sarcasm. It's how I hug. Meowdy. If that was white, that would go to Dee Dee, and it would be Malibu. Me, sarcastic? Never. Those are perfect, Terry. It's a little package of goodness, uber goodness. They're going here for the time being. But yeah, I need to get an envelope off to Devin now. And she already warned me I'm getting one of her sarcastic Valentines or Galentines. Yeah, if she watches the replay, she'll know it's coming. I'll have to do something special. Thank you again, Terry. Thank you for thinking of me and sending this whole package of fun. Such a good day. I've been having a lot of good days. Well, all my days are good, really. I did love them. I love them. I love them. I love all of it. But you know what, Terry? I mean, I appreciate you getting me these things, and I hope you did buy them for yourself. But this little guy, he is beyond precious. Beyond precious. So it was thoughtful. I love you guys. That was a moment of niceness. Don't expect it to continue, okay? Hey, Cat and Case. Your post on IG this morning was awesome, as usual. And then last Thursday, Robert and I had to go get some groceries. And when I need a lot, we go to Joplin. And that's where I do most of my shopping. The little towns around me have nothing. If it's not at Walmart, I can't have it. Yeah. Yeah, take the love when you can get it, Dee Dee. Doesn't happen often. So anyway, I went up to Joplin, and there's a Books A Million and a Hobby Lobby in Joplin. And I haven't even been going into them lately. It was just like, oh, I've seen it all. I don't need anything. Whoa. But the $3 calendars, I swear to God, they are such a draw. And that damn Dee Dee flaunts them. She puts them out there on her desk every time. Every time. I need calendars like I need a flipping hole in my head, okay? But I thought, well, since I'm driving that far anyway, I might as well make it worth my while, right? So the rat and I went to Books A Million. He sat in the car. He doesn't like going in because I'm pretty sure he doesn't even know how to read. But anyway, the only big calendar, dropped my stuff. The only big calendar I got for like collage, because this collage scavenger hunt, yeah, blame it on Dee Dee, is still looming. I've committed, I'm going to do it. I just don't know how I'm going to do it. So when I saw this calendar, I thought, okay, I could probably work with some of this, right? But it is a beautiful calendar, and I can't really hardly flip it, and I'm going to cover up my lights, but there are some beautiful places in the United States, and most of these I've been to. This is Denali National Park in Alaska. I've been there. I was at Denali National Park on 4th of July, whatever year we were there. I don't remember the year. I could look it up. And at midnight, we were sitting outside, and it was barely dusk on 4th of July, the year we were there. But we were at Denali. This is Everglades National Park. This is one national park I have not been to. I've only been to Florida one time in my whole life. This is Bryce Canyon National Park. It's in Utah. I think we drove through it once. I don't remember. This reminded me actually very much of the Badlands. If you've never been to the Badlands in the United States, it's an awesome place. And if you go there, go to Wall Drug. Free water at Wall Drug. This is Yellowstone National Park. I've been to Yellowstone many, many times, and I'm so happy that Cam may get a summer internship there. He will have the absolute time of his life. This place, in my opinion, is an absolute miracle. I think it's proof that God exists. I've been to Banff National Park in Jasper. Spent some awesome time up there. Saw bears, saw everything. This is Yosemite. I think everybody's been to Yosemite. It's beautiful. Great Smoky Mountains National Park. I've never been there. I haven't been back east much. Arches National Park in Utah. Been there. So this one, I think, like Dee Dee does, because I've only ever seen what I think is unbelievably excellent collage is over at Dee Dee's. But this one, when I looked at this one, I was just thought, oh, that right there, that's like a portal hole. I could work with that. Right, Dee Dee? Am I thinking right? And then if I kept the colors, I think I could maybe do that. You haven't been to Yosemite? Oh, you need to go to Yosemite. Maybe Cat and Paste, maybe when Picola comes and picks you up, you could convince them that Yosemite is someplace you guys need to go. But convince them before you come get me, because then I'll have my Yosemite clothes on to get in the RV with you guys. I think any of these could be great collage fodder, honestly. That's Zion National Park in Utah. You don't think of Utah as a really beautiful state, do you? There is a Jellystone in Wyoming. This is Arcadia National Park in Maine. Have not been there. Mount Rushmore, or Mount Rainier, I'm sorry. I've been all up in there, Washington, Oregon. It's beautiful. Gorgeous, right? Grand Canyon National Park. My husband's first job was at Grand Canyon. He was a geologist, but didn't really do that for a living. But Grand Canyon is also another place that if you can see that and not be convinced that God exists, there's something wrong with you. You think she'll leave you in Yosemite? Well, if she leaves you, I'm staying with you so we can picnic with Yogi and Boo Boo. Grand Teton National Park. So, you know, funny thing about moose, when we went to Alaska, everybody had seen moose, you know, as we're driving along. Oh, there's a moose, there's a moose. I could not see a moose until finally they wrote me a song about me not being able to see a moose. I did finally see one because when we got to the Air Force Base, and Dee Dee knows the name of it, I can't remember it right now. There was one right at the guard gate as we were going in. So you've been to the Smokies? Okay. Ooh, zip-lined and rafted. You found the Victoria calendar on Amazon. That's a good thing. Yeah, there's great images in those. And then the rest of these, honestly, they were impulse buys. I did not need calendars. I did not need journals. So just go into this remembering that I have 67 coloring books and I don't color. And I have calendars that I don't need either. Okay, so this is totally, this was just impulse. Because it's cheap, you have to buy it. Okay, brain games. So I can test and see that my brain is still operational. And I did 2 of them already, and it is. But I picked kind of easy ones. So that was the brain games. I like puzzles, word puzzles, pencil puzzles, and there's all different kinds in here. Stuff I've never seen. So yeah, when you think about what I do when I'm not doing really anything, I sit and do brain games. So for $3, you couldn't buy a brain game book for that, right? Oops, I just read Ruth's comment. I got the wrong boo-boo park. The other one is not going to surprise you guys, but I'm going to start reading a couple of them. Dee Dee suggested that I kind of save this one and not show you too much of it, and then read a couple of them every time I stream. Oops, I creased it. I did that. It was not creased when I got it. Oh, well. The Daily Bitch. So here, let's pick a couple of them. I won't tear them out. It's just another day in paradise, minus the paradise. Well, I actually do live pretty much in paradise, so that's maybe isn't true of me. Which wine pairs best with a lot more wine? So these are pretty typical me. So throughout the year, you're going to get to see more of them. Do you feel a theme here? All right. So here, we can read 3. I feel sorry for people who aren't smart enough to talk to their pets. Are there such people? If you have a pet, you talk to your damn pet. The pet doesn't care. And the pet probably is sitting there thinking, what is wrong with you, stupid? Could you just shut up because I'm taking a nap? Or if you're going to talk, let's talk about going and getting me some food. Take that crown off. It annoys me. So, yeah, so you'll be seeing more of the daily bitch as the year goes on, because I'm pretty sure that's why you come here. And then this one I was so happy about. There's 2 of them that I was just so happy about. Marjolaine Baston, I think is how you pronounce it. And this is, I mean, just little pieces of her art. And it was broken apart, and I don't care that it's broken apart, but it was broken apart when I bought it. If you're not familiar with her art, it is so, it's homey, it's charming. Yeah, it's just so appealing, and it's inspirational to me. I mean, I always look at her watercolors and go, you know what? If I keep doing this, someday I could be as good as her, maybe. So she strives. Oh, cherries. We're doing cherries today. We'll tear that one out. I'm not doing those cherries, but yeah, we're going to tear that one out. And I don't mind tearing these apart. And these may end up in collages when I work up my guts to do a collage. Shelley, I think that's true of all people. Yeah, this is, everything about this is just so awesome. Put a bird on it. That will be in the scavenger hunt. So I'm going to make more of an effort to use this stuff. I mean, I like just owning it and looking at it, but I really do want to try to use it as well. And the thing I like about the desk calendar is the size of the images, because I can put them in the Beast. And honestly, since I was sick in January, I have been so lame about the Beast, because I was just feeling like I needed to catch up on scavenger hunt and, of course, the house and everything. And so the Beast has been sadly neglected, but I worked on it yesterday. So I took notes. I just didn't work in it, but I'm going to do that. So these could end up in the Beast too. Ooh, I like that one. I like that one. I'm tearing that out right now. Okay. So anyway, I got her. And I might put it in Happy Mail. You never know. I hope I haven't missed a whole bunch of you coming in. And that's all the desk calendars I got, which is enough because they take up a lot of room. And they won't sit out as desk calendars, honestly. They'll go in a bin in the bedroom. And this is Mary Engelbright's Life's Simple Pleasures. I did not get the one you showed this morning, Dee Dee. I don't know if they didn't have it or if while I was standing there looking, I was so overwhelmed. They had so many of them left. I wish I could have bought them for everybody, but the postage would cost more than the book. And that's what annoys me. So anyway, this is just older Mary Engelbright art, which I still love. And I'll use it. Or I'll just keep it and look at it. Her characters are always so happy. That I could use for my Valentine page, but I've already got an idea for my Valentine page. So look at him. Is he not just the cutest thing planting his seeds? And Dee Dee, you're, I don't know if they were trolls or fairies or what this morning, but I love the color combo. So I'm glad you didn't use the one I picked. Grow where you're planted. The first blooms of spring always make my heart sing. S. Brown. A mother's love endures through all. I love my father as the stars. He's a bright, shining example and a happy twinkling in my heart. You guys, I don't know why, sometime this weekend or late last week, I don't know what made me think Oh, I know. I haven't heard about my stepmother in a long time. The woman that my dad married after my mom passed away, and so I just Googled um, where she lives and stuff like that. First thing that popped up was a picture of my dad. Believe it or not, freaked me out. I was like, oh man, that's weird. But it made me happy. It doesn't make me sad. Ice cream never asks silly questions. Ice cream understands. I wish I could eat ice cream. The drawing is just so precious. But I didn't find out about my stepmom, so I'm gonna have to call my brother and see if he's heard anything because she wasn't doing well last I knew, and I thought, I wonder if she's still going. The earth has music for those who listen. Treat yourself like royalty. Who is that girl right there? Who do you think that girl is? I never had a Miss Hannigan though, so I think my memory's faulty. Nothing you wear is more important than your smile. The more grateful I am, the more beauty I see, and that's so true. I think the more grateful you are, you have more to be grateful for. Like it comes naturally. The very fact of snow is such an amazement. That's true. I hate snow, but snow is a remarkable thing. So, but look at her face. She's just so good. Just so good. And if you haven't had enough calendars, I'm going to show you a couple more. And now let the jealousy begin. Little girl princess me. Marjolaine Baston. This one, I really, really love this one. And it's again, just more of her watercolors. And of course, I didn't buy it for the calendar. I bought it for the watercolor because she's so amazing. So, Dee Dee, I think you showed this one, so I'll flip through it quickly because I think you did buy this one. But I saved the best for last. So, yeah, thank you, Books A Million, for letting me have this amazing stuff for no money. And I added up, if I'd have bought all of those at full price, the price that was published on them, I think I did it while Dee Dee was on the phone. Didn't I say it was like $115? That if I'd have bought all this at regular price, it would have been $115, not including tax. So add another at least 6% onto that. I paid $22 for all of these. So look at this one. If I had looked at this one closer, I would have bought more of them because this is called a planning journal, and I'm not going to drive back to buy one because Robert said, I said, dang, I wish I'd noticed this when we were there. I would have bought more of them. He said, well, let's go back. I was like, are you on drugs? I'm going to drive all the way to Joplin for a $3 calendar. Are you retarded? What's the matter with you? But anyway, this one has no dates. I can't believe they included it in the sale. But in the back, all the pages are the same with just the little flower and then ruled and then a place to put the date and circle, which day of the week it is. So the whole back of this is just like a note journal, which you could art in, you could do anything. And then up here, it has like special dates, passwords, but look at the art in here. This and the cover is nice and hard and awesome. I would have bought more of these just to art in them. But I can set this up for any year. There's no month, there's no dates, there's nothing. I could have used this for the Beast for the next 10 years if I'd have bought all of them. Look at Janet doing the rationalization dance. Is the sale over? I think the sale goes on, Shelley, until their inventory of calendars is either manageable or, yeah, I don't know at what point they say enough, we need the space for other things. So, yeah, But if you're planning on going, watch for this one because this is just a really nice journal. And the size is so awesome, right? So, yeah. So I feel like I did really good. And I would have spent $20 on McDonald's, you know, because when you go to McDonald's now, for two people, it's $20. So I feel like I'm going to get a whole lot more use out of it. And I didn't poison myself with that garbage they sell you to eat. Great buys, Terry. And that's why I wish postage was more reasonable because I love to go there and buy all this stuff and share it with you guys. But the Postal Service has lost their freaking minds. And then if I haven't shown you, oh, I did go into Hobby Lobby and there was nothing in my Hobby Lobby that was on clearance. A little bit of stuff in the jewelry department, but nothing I needed or wanted. But remember last week when I showed you the thing I did for Courtney? I'll show it again because I haven't gotten it in the mail. I meant to get it in the mail the day we went to Joplin, but I drove off and forgot it. But now I have it framed. So this is for my granddaughter, but when I did this, and I may end up redoing it, who knows? Her sister has the same initials. So remember I said I wish I had a bigger stencil? When I went in Hobby Lobby, this was there. And I didn't really need it because this was already done, but I bought it. So, yeah. So now I have, I think it's 3-inch. I think it's 3-inch stencil. So I got that for like $5. So who cares? And then because I was watching Dee Dee the day before, and she was talking about a gold pen. Yeah, I went ahead and got myself a new gold pen, but I bought the calligraphy nib. This comes in like 3 different nibs. I bought the calligraphy nib. I thought, well, that's probably the one that I would use more. So thank you, Tori. Yeah. So yeah, that's what I got at Hobby Lobby. I was so disappointed when I went that my Hobby Lobby did not have the cool stuff that Dee Dee's did because I would have bought the Happy Planning stickers. I don't think I would have bought a journal or anything like that because I had plenty of those. But yeah, nothing. So, and Robert's like, well, we can come back. It's like, no, we're not coming back. It's either here on the day I'm here or not at all. That's it. I'm done. And then I got on Amazon. Now I haven't checked out of Amazon for a long time. So Dee Dee had showed this 365 days of feel good art. And I have at least 2 of these other books, and I like them because you can open up a page, it gives you a prompt, and you can just do it, and it's stress-free. So I thought, well, you can have another one. Look I could draw this little fruits over here. I'm going to draw fruits today. So I got the 365 days of art, of feel-good art. I'm going to feel good when I do that. And then you guys know that I love the dot tools, and Dee Dee'd gotten those embossing ones, but I had these in my cart ever since I did that neurographic or the abstract art with the circles on it. But look at how big those circles are. And I did do, this is how dumb I am, you guys. I don't mind telling you how dumb I am because if it's not apparent by now, there's no hope. But when I got it, I wanted to play with the little dot tool. There's all the little dots. And then as soon as I got them all down and they were wet, I drug my hand right through it. So they're not the dots that they were because I drug my hand right through them. But look at all the little dot sizes. Oh. So I got my dot tools. That's not very exciting, but I was happy. And then Dee Dee and her damn ephemera books. I don't fussy cut. Hey, Martha. I picked the right day since you're going to deal with fruit. Yep, I'm going to do a portrait of my sister, Martha. No, I'm going to draw on a Pantone card here in a minute, but I'm showing the stuff that I ordered first. I'm not sure what got me looking at this. Pretty Postal Ephemera. I'm going to pull you guys out because I want to flip through it because this is a cool book. You guys, if you don't know the weirdo that just walked into chat, Martha, that would be my sister. I hope you're doing well, Martha. Anyway, so let me flip through this book, and it has pictures that need fussy cutting, but I probably don't. I know dot swatching, Dee Dee. Yeah, I won't be cutting out like these that require a lot of fussy cutting. I won't be doing that. So yeah, but this has some awesome, cool images. Little sweet envelopes. Look at I have a typewriter just like that. And look at these girls look too sweet to be saying the crap that I would have coming out of their mouths. But look at how pretty these images are. But look at this pages of stamps. Is that not? You're doing well and you just finished all your tests. Awesome, Martha. In the back of the pages, there are different versions of it, but look at how muted and pretty the back of the pages are. So on these that have intricate fussy cutting, I'll probably use the back of the paper. Look at that mailbox. Cool stampage. And I like that when they do like the color theme pages, it's just nice to look at. I probably won't do anything with it, but see, there's stampage there. I was really happy to get this. I don't know why I got it though. Other than I could do another collage. No, cat and paste. That was, I didn't write snarky comments then because I didn't know about snarky comments, but I would have. Just wrote all the dirty words. And another thing I did is I would sit there in my books and, you know, like an E or an A or an O, their space. I would sit and color in every one of those until the whole sheet was done. The postage is awesome and the envelopes are very cool. So yeah, I think I bought this because I thought I could do collage like the collage Dee Dee did a week or so ago with stamps. But I already have my postage book done, so I don't know what I'm thinking. So aren't these cool? And the fussy cutting is not too horrible, so I could do some of that. The stamps, they're easy. Straight cuts. Get it done. Fountain pen. I'll show you something here in a minute. But I love the bird stamps. I love all of it. And this just came yesterday. Amazon delivered. So, yep. Cool stuff. And this is by Keely O'Brien. Yeah. Portos needs to make one of that. And so, because Amazon is so good about if you buy this, you probably should also buy this. They're so good at that I ended up getting this little packet of postage stamp ephemeras. Now, this stuff I will share in Happy Mail. There's so much of it, but there's little fairy ones and flowers and places. So there's just tons of these, and they were so cheap. You know, they come from China. But sometimes I hit that buy button before I think good. So yeah, little postal ephemera. So there will be another postal page in the scavenger hunt because that's how I justify buying these. Now I have to do it. You like them? Missy likes the book. You can follow her on IG. I will, Dee Dee. That's a good idea. Thank you. So yeah, little postages. So when you get Happy Mail, that'll be in there. It's amazing the crap you can buy. or the crap you buy that you don't need. That's what I need to say. It's amazing the crap you can buy that you don't even need. You just buy it and it shows up at your door. They don't even ring doorbells. They just leave it outside in the weather. It's so awesome. And then the only other thing I got at Amazon, and then I'm not going to be ordering for a while because I have too much stuff to play with now. You remember I bought those diamine inks? Anyway, I had those inks, and to use the inks, hang on, I'm having a hard time getting this out of its box. And to use those inks, I would have had to use a dip pen, which I'm not opposed to, except that a fountain pen is a whole lot easier. So these cool fountain pens, and they're inexpensive, they're cheap as heck, but I didn't really care because they come with their own. I think these come out. I'm sure they do. But to fill them, all you have to do is stick the nib in the ink and then screw this, and it will suck up a little bit of ink, and you can clean them really easy. And so it's a great way that I'll be able to use that ink that I bought. So I might be here in the not too distant future. And I've not ever done it before because I didn't think I liked it. But then I saw a girl on Instagram that did colored Zentangle, and they were gorgeous. So I bought these so that I can use the, I don't think these are shark, Dee Dee. Oh, yeah, there is a shark. I didn't know about that. Jinho shark pen. So, yeah. So, sure enough. So, I'll be able to use my, the inks. Yes, Dee Dee, you're right. I'm wrong. I'm never saying that again, so just stop it. So, yeah, now I'll be able to use that with my ink. So, before you rush out and buy them, let me use the fillers and see if they work well, and see if they're going to work for what I bought them for. Because I don't need any more of this crap either. If I'm being honest with myself, I must have just been feeling overly self-indulgent that day. Because I probably talked myself out of them. Yeah, they're little baby sharks. I get it. I get it. Look at their little heads. I get it. Look at their little heads. Okay, let's look at their little heads. They have the little fins, and they have their little gills and eyeballs and a mouth. They really have a shark on them. Can you guys see that? Can you see the you guys can't see it that well. But yeah, they are sharks. Oh my God. Okay. You have them too, Leah? How do you like them? Because I just got them yesterday, so I didn't want to fill them up with ink or anything. But fountain pen technology has been around for millions of years, I'm sure. I'm sure the dinosaurs used them. So that my guess is they can make them inexpensively, and they're still going to be more than adequate quality. So, yep. There's the little pages I pulled out. What do I do with those? Keep them out of the way so I don't get crap on them. Okay. You guys have probably already seen the Pantone cards I've worked on, right? Or should I show them again? Dee Dee? In this ongoing project, I still haven't finished that one. I'll show a few. I'll flip through them real quick. Care Bear. I don't think I've met my 50%. Oh my gosh. Here's a monster. I forgot about these already. Pink Panther. That was done in November. October. Little gnome guy. That's October. This was probably, well, this was September. This was in preparation for Butts on Things because the little worm has a little butt on it. And I didn't get this fabulous overnight eggplant with a butt on it. cereal with a butt on it. I'm not putting a butt on these today. The monster's cute. Some organism. This was Thomas Pedros drew this, and it just intrigued me so much that I had to. Illuminated letter. Shrek. M. Devin made me do this. That might be when she got her name Bossy Butt, because she sent me a message on IG and said, you have to buy this book or you have to draw this. No, it was Butts on Things was the book that I had to buy. Frog through a leaf. This one was disappointing to me, but whatever. Little snail. I'm going to do cherries today. I don't even know what plant that is, but that was a huge fail. Zentangle. Water bubble. I'm going to try and draw some of those on the cherries today. And I'm probably going to end up doing more textures like this because some of the colors of the Pantone cards are just too hard to come up with things, you know? So I might just be doing more textures or something like that. The lace, which I love. Zebra. This was the first with the gouache paint that I bought, and I still am scared to use it, so. So yeah, these are a bunch. I forget about looking through them. They're fun. And hopefully the cherries will turn out today. And I got to finish this. This was something that my neighbor showed me and said, would you do that? So, but I haven't finished it yet. So we'll see how it comes out if I ever get it finished. Rose hip, you think that's what that looks like? It could be, Tori. See, Terry, that's what I felt like too. I got so enmeshed in doing the scavenger hunt that I forgot about the Pantone cards. So I want to get back to them. And then sometime, I think it was Friday, I finished all the alphabet. So, and I haven't been posting it on Instagram. Thank you, Shelly and other Shelly, Shelly 1 and Shelly 2. Thanks, Martha. I did finish all the alphabet, and I've not been posting them on Instagram because, in my opinion, you've seen one, you've seen them all, but I'll just flip through and let you guys see them all. They're all done now. So there's A and P, and this is how I'm going to leave them in the book. They're going to be little half sheets that are just stuck in here and there. Z and D, product packaging. N and V. And I think I'm actually going to miss doing them because whatever day I was, sitting down to do one, it was just like you always had something to do. There's M for Martha and W. Oh, I might have to put my new crown over here. I got to write myself a note so I remember. Okay, Terry, I found a home for my crown. There's Y for young. Q. Yeah, I think I'm going to miss doing them. Okay, this is a page I glued down this morning at Dee Dee's. I glued it down with matte medium. And one of the prompts is food packaging. And this is one of those mesh bags that you get avocados in. And I was kind of struggling back and forth. That reminds me, I have a question for you guys. How am I going to stick that down, and make it feel cool? And matte medium was the perfect thing. Thanks, Terry. Okay, there's C. I'm so easily distracted. T. I. S. Some of them I like better than others. K. And E. Martha, you understand this, I know. Pretending you're a pleasant person is exhausting. R, G, O, B, H, J. That background one is one of my favorite tangles. And so is, I think this is, I don't know. I don't remember what they're called. Anyway, and U. Oh, here's some more. X and L. And then, yeah. And then I had 2 pages of the last card left over, so I just did the whole alphabet. Upper and lowercase. So that's it. It's good. Well, thank you. You're welcome. My brain couldn't get past M for Martha, so she said W, and I went for Wartha. Ruth, that's funny. So, yeah, so the alphabet is done, and that's the little postal book back here, but now I have better postal stuff. Oh. So that, yeah, that's done. I'm going to probably be lost for a couple days, not know what to do, but I've already planned the food page and the Valentine page. So those I know what I'm going to do. And I'll get a couple more pages hopefully done this week since I don't have to go to Joplin, no appointments, no nothing. And I can't remember, but it seems like let's see, I have 54 prompts done. So I'm just over halfway. But the rest, I think they're not as labor intensive as the alphabet. But I'm glad I did the alphabet the way I did it. I think I was going to do the illuminated letters, but I'm glad I did the Zentangle. I think they're cool looking. Thanks, Jen. You're coming right along with yours too, Jen. If you don't follow Jen on Instagram, she's been posting her alphabet pages. She's drawing one item from that letter of the alphabet. So this morning when I went and looked, she had U. She drew an umbrella for U. And one another letter, I just don't remember what. What sort of book was that? Are you talking about this? I'm assuming you're talking about this. This is a book I made. I did the cover on January 1st or whatever stream was shortly after that. And it's for the scavenger hunt. And every year I host a scavenger hunt and anybody can participate. And I give you 100 prompts of things to include in your journal. Well, you don't have to put it in a journal. You can just do it any way you want. And so I provide 100 prompts, and usually the fibs help me put together the list. So hopefully everybody gets something that they want to use or do. And if you finish 90 of the 100 prompts and you notify me before April 1st, I put you on a list, and I got somebody yesterday. So we've got 10 people on the list right now. I put you on a list and I do a drawing on the stream as close to April or after April 1st. And I send you what I hope is a really nice prize. Put the extra postage. So that's what it was. And then this year I did a book inside a book, if that's what you're talking about. I just made this little postage book because these are all the faux postage rubber stamps I have. So I just put those in a little book there. So it's a book inside a book. Because like Jen said, there are no rules. You can do it any way you want. You can interpret any of the prompts the way you want. If you just want to write the letters A through Z, you just finished 26 of the prompts. So there you go. And today, well, Hermie, if you want the link for the list, I can go get it for you. It was, yeah, T was the other letter, Jen. Yeah. So these are the cherries that I picked out because I picked out this red card. And Bing cherries are more the darker color, but I picked out this red card, so I thought I'll do those cherries. So, or if you just want to go get the list, I do have a link on my stream. Well, no, it's on the community page. You're trying to draw coronavirus. Did you not get enough of COVID, Ruth? What's wrong with you? I'm thinking we should send you help. All right, so here we are with the red, and here's my reference art. Obviously, I'm not going to finish all of them. I'm not going to squish them down. So I'm just going to pick some section out and do that. Yeah, you don't have to, Judy, because I just got thinking she can go to my community page, and the link is right there on community page. So let me go ahead and start sketching. So did you guys like all my fun stuff that I got? All right, this cherry right in the center is going to get me moving, okay? Cool thing about cherries is they're kind of somewhat round, but we don't have to worry too much about it. This one's going to be fun because when I do these Pantone cards, I try and draw or keep the card color. At least 50% of the card has to be the color of the card. And so what I try and do is pick out the lighter shade and the darker shade, and then the red just is the red, right? So, yeah. So it's really an exercise in shading and highlighting is pretty much what it be like. I hope I got out good colors for these stems because I forgot them. I was picking out the colors over at Dee Dee's, and I forgot the stems, so I had to get it all back out and you can buy these Pantone cards in a box. Dee Dee showed them many times. Just look up Pantone postcards, and they come and they have a coating on them. I painted mine with matte medium, so they don't have that slick surface, right? So, Hermie, I hope you go. I hope you participate with us. All right. What did strawberries, cherries, and an angel's kiss and spring my summer wine? Oh my gosh, Barbie, I don't know where. Do you have all that crap in your head? Honest to God, is that a Pantone rule challenge rule, or that's my own rule? There are some people who do these Pantone cards, and I've seen them literally paint out the entire color of the card. And I think, well, why don't you just work in a journal then? And I think in my head, dumbass, but I don't say it out loud. Yeah, I just make it up as I go along. But if you're not going to keep the color of the card, then what's the point? Right? Okay, so this one's stem is coming this way. And this is not going to be exact, but it'll be a reasonable facsimile. Then this cherry here, it does kind of have a bud on it. I'll have to be including that with the shading, you know, because you gotta draw the butts as you see them. It's funny, the shapes of cherries when they're in a pile like this are very odd. And Kat, I saw this morning at Dee Dee's that you said you have thought about creating your own color book, but you're so busy coloring that you never get time. I think you should do that. I really do. I would love to see your drawings. And some of them are so big compared to the ones next to them. And when you're drawing something like this, I don't know if you guys do it, but I do it a lot. You know, I know that cherries are basically round, correct? But then their shape may be different depending on their placement. Excuse me. But then occasionally to check my drawing, look at the negative spaces where that shadow is there. That will help you keep your drawing somewhat accurate. Like this one, there's no need for it to be accurate, but just so I kind of get an idea of the placement, those are the kind of things that I pay attention to. It's like drawing a chair, but you don't draw the chair, draw the negative space around the chair. So that's this kind of stuff that goes through my head as I'm drawing, and I usually forget to mention it to you, but that's, as I'm sitting here drawing this, that's one of the things that's going through my head is that negative space, you know, somewhat accurate. Did I say hi, Joan? Hey, Galena. Anyway, and if you really want to get better at drawing and you want to learn tricks and stuff like that, I would say get drawing on the right side of the brain with Betty Edwards. It's just full of tricks like that, drawing the negative space and understanding the negative space. So get on that right now. And this is so narrow this way, I'm going to run out of cherries up here. And because it's too wide this way, I'm going to draw this cherries on top of those. So if you wonder, well, where did you get that? Yeah, I'm just altering the picture to make it fit my needs. And I'll pick up this graphite with a kneaded eraser here in a minute. I'm not going to have to transfer much over there anyway. That's really all dark down in there. I can't see anything. So, yeah, I think there's a stem coming up like this. That's all I can see. So, I've got that one in the total wrong place. A bunch of us bought these Pantone cards. I know Devin has done a few. Terry said she's done a few. But you can also just search for it on IG, and you'll see a bunch of people. Kristen has done some. Kristen Sawyer, I think, has done some. So, yeah. I think the nice thing about these Pantone cards is it's a challenge one. And I thought this morning when Dee Dee showed the color cube boxes, if I got the color cube boxes, I could honestly go find that color and draw whatever's on the card. That succulent plant this morning was very intriguing to me because I've got cards that color that I need to draw on. So I thought, am I going to break down and buy those color cube boxes? I've looked at them, have them in my cart. I just have not actually bought them. So, yeah. That cherry up there kind of has a bud on it, too. Now up here, I'm literally just making it up because there's no picture up there. So I'll just add some random cherries. As long as you keep the size somewhat the same, you'll be fine. The matte medium definitely eats up graphite. I probably should have drawn this with a hard leaded colored pencil, honestly. You know I will what? You made an idea collector? Well, I agree with Dee Dee about the Society of Idea Collection. You need to have a specific book where you put all those things, and you can't be too precious about it. Like, you got to be willing to go in there and just scribble something down quick when you think about it. Because if you don't, I know, Dee Dee, I will buy the cubes. But yeah, your Society of Idea Collectors cannot be too precious. You got to be able to just throw junk in there, write a quick note, and go move on. But it is a really nice, valuable thing to have. You'll thank yourself for doing it later. pretty puny. I'll make it a little bigger. Cover more territory that way. But see how the graphite smudges? So I'll pick up most of that graphite. Well, Hermie, that's the thing about drawing is when you go into it, don't go in with a preconceived idea of what happens. You know, the most important thing is really pay attention to one thing at a time. And then when you move over to whatever's next to it, just try and keep the size and the relationship to each other somewhat the same. And it may not look exactly like your original, but you'll end up not getting, you know, grapes and basketballs at the same time, you know? It comes with practice. It really does. Another thing I would say is if you're really interested in drawing, don't start with something realistic. Don't do realism. When I did all the monster drawings, do you guys remember the monsters where you start with a number? If you're drawing something that isn't real, your expectations can be greatly reduced because there's nothing to compare it to, right? So start with something not real. And Hermie, if you're really serious about learning to draw something, go back and look at the videos where I did the monsters. I think a lot of people drew along with me on those. And you don't have to. I think the monster journal actually is right here. Yep, there it is. I still haven't finished it, you guys. But who knows? Someday maybe I will. Taking a break here to show the monster journal so Hermie can see that you can draw okay. This one, I don't remember what number we started with. If you guys remember, put it in chat. But this guy, and I can't remember his name, or maybe it was a letter we started with, because this looks like this was an R. So you start with an R, and you've already got his nose and his upper lip. And then you draw his eyes and his back and his little feet. So you end up drawing something that's really cute, fun to draw, fun to color, and you drew it. And there's zero expectation. So, Hermie, I would say if you just want to get comfortable drawing something, creating something of yours, and then finishing it with the color, the highlights, the shading, the whatever. I'm going to write stories. I have a lot of the stories written for these guys. Start with something not realism. Realism is a whole different ball of wax. But the thing is, and this is why I believe everybody can draw, is that you work up to that, you know? And the nice thing in okay, Missy says that one is a U. So start something not realistic, and then your expectations are zero to begin with. And so if you do something that is even remotely close to what your reference was, you can pat yourself on the back for a job well done. It's building up that confidence and then learning some of the tricks, like drawing the negative space or choosing the right colors or whatever. Those are so much fun, and I did them on stream several times. So if you go back into my videos, you should be able to find a few that if you want to take the plunge, just draw along and stop the video if you need to stop and erase or whatever, or erase while I'm erasing. And really just recognize that you need to build up your own confidence that when you pick up a pencil, you're going to make something remotely close to what it looks like. You know, and the thing is a stick figure not a drawing? You draw a stick figure for anybody, and they're going to recognize that as a person, right? We should play Pictionary sometime soon, because I'm really good at stick figures in Pictionary. It's a matter of how much detail are you going to go into. You like doing the monsters, Missy? Is that what you're talking about? Your grandson just did one? Well, buy him the books, because there's 3 or 4 books from that same author. And if you want, I'll go get it so you can see his name and stuff. But when I did the monsters, one, they were very fun to draw. And second, every one of those monsters in my mind had a story that went with it. And they were funny, and you can make the monsters be any kind of occupation, you know, and that's when Dee Dee's mind mapping and stuff like that comes in. You know, make a list of occupations, make a list of places, make a list of whatever. You have one of them. Good job, Missy. Okay, good, Val. Okay, Terry. Now, see, that makes me really happy that you've filled the drawing book and you actually liked it. But to me, it's partly the stories, you know, because we all have a story, like it or not. And why can't those monsters have a story? What's his name? What's his job? What, you know, where did he come from? Doesn't have to be a known place. Make up a place. Who cares? Because it's all about fun, right? And building your skills and doing stuff like that. You will build your skills. I promise you. Okay, I think I got most of the graphite off. I can still do a little cleanup. But yeah. Do you guys want to see one of the books? Do you want me to get the guy's name? It's I'm so mad that I can't think of his name. Or if Misty has one, she can put his name in the chat and y'all can go look at the books. They're all available. All right, these are the colors. I probably won't use them all, but I didn't want to have to dig through my pencils later. So I'm going to quickly just go in. There's going to be a fair amount of white on here. Let me go in and put some of the dark and white in. You want me to go get the book? Okay, I know pretty much where they're at because I look at them a lot. I love them. I'm going to see if the name in my head is correct. Okay. The first book I ever bought was Draw Alphabets. What's on my screen here? Draw Alphabets. Let me pull back a little bit so you can see it. And his name is Steve Harpster. And he goes through the whole alphabet and gives you step-by-step instructions how to draw them. And you can do them the way he's shown them. As long as you get started, I don't care what you do. You have a booklet of index? That would be great, Harmy. Oh, yeah, no, I just got up. But look at how just cute they are. Draw them any size. But don't each one of these look like they have a story? Like some of them look mean, but you would turn him into the nicest little guy ever. He just looks mean, like me. I go around looking all sweet and stuff, and I'm mean as hell. And then, you know, if you get the monster down, see, he's turned Nessie into, you know, then he starts giving him more action. And this is the sea where he lives and his little fish friends. And so it's just part of the process. But you got to start somewhere. And I think these are a great place to start. And I don't know if this is for ages 3 to 8, but I fit right in my wheelhouse here. And then Alpha Tunes, and these are more doing much the same thing, starting with a letter and then creating a creature. So see Steve Harpster. So, and I don't know if these are always books. These are the ones that I ordered. This is Drawing Dragons with Numbers and Draw Awesome Aliens Using Numbers. So I hope the guy is hugely successful, frankly, because I think when it comes to drawing and helping people get over their fear of drawing, those are the perfect books, in my opinion. And another thing I would tell you guys about drawing or creating just in general, try your very best not to compare your work with somebody else's, because that's nice. We're all at a different place, right? Like, and I use Dee Dee as an example a lot. I think I need a new blade in this. We're not all going to be Dee Dee. I mean, she has done her time. She spent a lot of time, obviously, learning these skills. And everybody says, oh, you're so talented. No, you think that just came naturally? No, she had to sit on her ass and do that. So that would be my advice, is start somewhere. Pat yourself on the back when you do anything, when you're beginning, anything at all. And then try not to compare yourself. Yeah, do not compare your ability or your skill level with anybody else's, because you don't know how much time they've spent getting where they're at. So, all right, let me see where I'm at in this little bad boy. Okay, yeah, that's right. And then just make yourself look. Like down in here, it's just, you know what, I probably should do the lighter colors first. And this colored pencil, I can erase off of the card pretty much, maybe not as easily as the graphite, but just about. The matte medium gave a nice surface for erasing. Putting the stems in first will make me be able to find myself on the picture. We should do more monster and aliens. We will, Jen. I know you've really enjoyed doing those, and you've done well. So, if you need a example of somebody who's done really well doing them, look at Jen. And you all enjoying doing stuff like that inspires me, so, and honestly, I'm going to be here every Monday if I can be, no matter what. So if there are things that you want me to do, just say so, because I don't care what I do. I don't care if I um, draw monsters, play Pictionary. It doesn't matter to me. None of these over here really had stems, did they? Looks like. The light is shining right on my little tablet here. It's hard for me to see. All right, so let's see. That one's... You know who ought to start a channel is Cat and Paste. I think all of us would love watching her process and how she ends up with the results she ends up with. And I'm sure I go at this so different than anybody else. Looks pretty weird, right? Hi, Christy. Getting ready for work. Ugh. I'm glad you lurk and watch the replays anyway. Hang with us from afar. That little lurker, Lena, being over at Dee Dee's this morning and not talking to us until she wins something. Some of them I'll have to do the highlights later because they're not these. I'm only drawing the very brightest highlights right here. And if I get kind of the light source on this part that I had to make up here, I should be able to maintain that after you figure out where your shadows and stuff are on your reference.
An idiot is attempting to reach you on your cellular device.
All right, hang on just a second. I need to take this.
An idiot is attempting to reach you on your cellular device.
Okay, sorry about that. Look at who comes out of hiding after I mention her. Hi, Lena. I was glad you won this morning, too, after you sitting there being a lurker. Be careful what you say on stream because you never know who's sitting out there in Streamland lurking away. It'll be Miss Lena. Your girls are amazing, Lena. All right. This one may have a little bit of highlight there. All right, now let's get some of the darker places in here. Right after I add some more highlights over here. I don't want to get too carried away with the coloring. Remember, I want the bulk of the color will still be the card itself. And that's the challenge of these, is not getting carried away. Now this one, this is the color I picked out that I'm not really sure about. Yeah, well, let me look on the camera. On the camera, it looks okay. Let me see. I'm sure I've tried this before, but I want to try and smudge that out a little bit. I'm sure there it is. Yeah, that'll work. Oops, dropped it. All right, just got a tortilla out. I just want to kind of smudge this out. If I can smudge it out, that'll make this so much easier. That's working pretty good. The only thing is it makes that purple show up. Do I need a Focus You Freak card out here? All right. Get my... Sorry I go quiet when I start doing stuff like this. But by now you're probably sick of hearing me anyway, so. And I'll do this a little differently now that I know I can smudge it out nice. I'm going to try and do like this one section so you can kind of see how it ultimately ends up looking. And be careful when you do the smudging with the black that you don't go back to a light place later. I was telling Dee Dee the other day when I went to Hobby Lobby, and I was so disappointed that there weren't any clearance items. I did go into the art department, and I was looking for some stumps, some blending stumps and tortillas. The price on these for 3 of them, I think, was like $6. And I was like, no. Hi, Joyce Bourne. I was like, no. I am so not doing that. I'm not sure what I'm going to do. I mean, the price is the price, right? I couldn't believe it. These are, you used to be able to buy these for like $1, you know, and then throw them away. So I was really bummed. Of course, that's true of everything, whether it's groceries or, yeah, prices have gone insane. So there you guys can kind of see how it's going to end up coming together. Hey, Barbara Clark. Ooh, ribs. I want ribs. Cool, Jen. Don't have the Pantone cards. Well, there's 100 of them in the container. So if you're going to buy them, it's kind of a commitment, you know? And you can still draw. You don't need the Pantone cards. I think the Pantone cards, for me, you know, when you start a drawing from scratch, you kind of go at it a certain way, and you know what way you'll go at it. With the Pantone cards, and if you treat them like they're your mid-tone, and it's a little bit different challenge for sure. Some of these I'm just drawing now because I don't have a reference, you know. That one has a bright white right there. And that cherry kind of has a little bud on it too. I have to drop and go back and put the white in because after I get the color down, I'll never get that bright white again coloring over it. So if I'm not careful, I'm going to miss my 50% of the card. So I'm trying to be a little, I mean, I want them to look like cherries, right? But I don't want too much of the original color to go away. And the shadows are, I'm going to take up my 50%, man. For me, drawing, I've always loved to draw. But for me, drawing is probably not necessarily on stream, mind you, but just if I'm sitting here by myself, drawing is probably one of the most relaxing things, in my opinion. It's what I will end up doing if I don't know what else I want to do. And I wouldn't keep the napkin under my hand if I hadn't coated these with matte medium, because I don't want to be smudging it, right? But can you see how it's kind of coming together? Hi, Jacqueline. Hi, Dusty Unicorn. Bye, Christy. Go have a great day at work as best you can. Days at work, I'm not sure are ever great, but do the best you can. I actually used to like my job. I had great days at work. But I'm incredibly happy that I don't have to work anymore. And another thing is, you guys who are maybe going to attempt drawing or taking up something that you're not entirely familiar with, um, don't forget that if it doesn't turn out, you own a trash can. That's how I always approach everything. Well, it doesn't come out. I just throw it in the trash. Who cares? A week from now, I won't even remember that I attempted this. But I always hold out hope that it's going to come out better than I thought. And I am still looking at the reference, but I kind of have an idea now. And up here, I don't have a reference. I've made it up. So thanks, Dale. Yeah, you kind of have to just work up to it, you know? It's almost like you want the finished product before the finished product is ready to be revealed. That's why you have to enjoy the process, you know? And now I'm just outlining them to give them each a little place of their own. Let's see what's going on up there. Okay. I am so ready for spring, you guys. I can't even begin to explain to you how ready I am for spring. This winter to me has been brutal, and I don't know why. Maybe because I was sick or something. I don't know. But to me, it just seemed like this winter has been endless. And we didn't really have all that brutal a winter, you know. All right, I'm going to read chat real quick. We did that with envelope for SpongeBob. Ruth, yours are coming along really nice. Do not be critical of yourself because your scavenger hunt pages are coming along really good. Oh, Barbara, you need to do another one. Just start. I was talking, maybe you weren't here when I was talking to these ladies about just drawing something imagination, like doing the monsters or something like that. Don't be hard on yourself. And the worst thing you can do is be critical of what you've done. Find the good parts of it. It's not all going to be good, but they're not all going to be bad either. See, now that I kind of know where the highlights are, I can kind of guess up here where they would be, since I didn't have reference for up here. So I made it up as I went along. But I would say, if it's not something you enjoy doing, don't do it. Life is too short for that crap. But if it's something you want to get better at, you're going to have to do it. See, when you get the darkest shadows in, starts adding a little bit of dimension. So why is my phone so busy today? Huh? And I'm going to smudge a lot of this black out. We actually bought some cherries the other day. Robert Vaughn loves cherries. So it's one of the few things that I really don't even look at the price. If we see them, I buy them because he loves them that much. You are loved? No, it's somebody wanting me to. Oh, Beth sent me a video. I'm not going to watch it right now, Martha, but tell Beth I will watch it in a little while. No, it's somebody trying to sell me something. And it's one of the few places that I don't delete because sometimes I like what they're sending me. But no, more often than not, it's somebody who's wanting something from me. Dale, exactly. I did that a lot. Worked on the couch. And that's why I have the beast, because I am bad. I mean, I don't mind admitting that I'm really bad at just sitting and watching TV. I can't, for the most part. I just can't. And so having something that I can sit and just either doodle in or whatever, that's why I love the beast like I do. I need to put a cherry in here. It's too big a black spot on the edge. Sometime I should get out my other colored pencil. I always reach for the Prismacolors. They're my very favorite. I love them. But I do have other kinds, and then I watch other people on YouTube, and they're using different pencils, and I think, why don't you ever get out your other pencils? So maybe next time I'll get out the polychromos or something. Kat, I'm curious. I don't know that I've ever asked you, what are your favorite colored pencils? Yeah, and well, everybody should have their own kind of style where you can't compare it to others. I'm not sure what mine is because I usually draw from reference. I used to draw a lot from my head. I don't know when I stopped that. Probably when I was working because I had zero time. And kids, you know, and stuff too. So I'm still at more 50%, aren't I? I'm not sure I like this big black spot right in the middle, but that's the way it is. I'm a creature of habit. I go back to what I like. Prismacolor Premiere, my one and only true love. Okay, there you go. I'm with you, Kat. There's just really not many products that I am absolutely completely loyal to, but Prismacolor is absolutely one of them. I was in college in an art class. When I bought my first set of Prismacolors, and honestly, I never looked back. I just hit you guys, sorry. And even though I'm trying to make these look somewhat real, I want you guys to know that they're cherries. This is not realism. Like people who can do hyper realism, that to me is amazing. And I've never done any real hyper realism, but that approach to art to me is amazing. I love it. And I will sharpen these edges very last. I don't think I've broken my 50% rule yet, have I? There's still more than 50% the original color of the card. You would sell your soul for whole beans, but then again, I also like kids' crayons. You do amazing with kids' crayons, Kat. I don't know. I haven't. I probably have seen somebody use the whole beans and explain why they're so much better. But there comes a point with any product, honestly, especially when you get into artist grade products, that I'm not sure how you can justify um, the difference in price, for example, between the whole beans and the Prismacolor. I was at Sam's Club the other day. You could get, what was it, a 36 set of Prismacolors for $20 at Sam's Club. That's pretty amazing. So, yeah, I'm just not sure how they justify the cost. I should have gotten out a little bit of a brown. You bought most of your Prismacolors from thrift stores? Lucky you, Dusty. Dang. But even still, I don't think they're unreasonably priced, honestly. And I love them. So, it's kind of like it reminds me of my one Norwegian grandmother. Um, she loved coffee so much. And if she saw the price of coffee now, she'd crap. But I remember her saying, I will drink coffee when it gets to $1 a pound. Or, I mean, it was some unreasonable amount of money that she thought coffee would never get to, but she was going to drink coffee no matter what. And I bought some this last week at Sam's Club. I could not believe what that coffee cost me because I had hoarded up a bunch. Yeah, I had to finally buy some more. Wasn't pretty. Was not pretty. But I'm kind of like her. I'll drink it if it's $15 a pound. That's where we're at now. $15 a pound. You can't really clean these off, but I do want to smooth some of this out because I'll move on to something different and do the little tedious crap later. You like my art, Martha? It's looking pretty good. And the shapes are weird because the shapes of the cherries in the pile are weird. So, and I don't know that you have to smudge out the color. This one is definitely so much darker, but I don't like that purple that I chose. We'll just do it that way. And there's another one down here that's really dark. Nah, use the purple and do it like the other one and then go over it with black. See how scatterbrained I am? I swear to God, I color like someone with ADHD. Because I tuck things away in my head. And then they think, oh, I bet you better do that before you forget. I will get out of brown here in just a minute. Another thing that I always try and be mindful about, and this is whether I'm working on just a mixed media journal page or a drawing or something like that. If you're doing something that goes edge to edge, don't forget to make it go off the page. And what made me think of that is this stem right here actually goes off the page. Um, that's the wrong color. And just as a tip, the thing that make the thing you can do to make something look bright and shiny is to give it those ultra bright highlights. That's what makes your brain think that if you touch this, it would be a shiny surface. So Canadian, so it's about 400 US. What? Thank you, Shelley. $800 for a set of whole bonds. Are you kidding? Yeah, I just don't think how could anybody honestly justify that? I want to know how do they justify it? It makes absolutely no sense at all. I need to sharpen this. Well, Kat, I wish I was mega wealthy so I could gift you that, but sorry, I'm not mega wealthy. But I couldn't, I don't care where I was at in my art journey. I could never, ever justify $800 for literally any product. Now, if it was a Georgia O'Keeffe painting or something like that, maybe I could justify. But no, I could not justify $800 for anything. That's insane. Insane. Something about that is just weird right there. People with lots and lots of money. You know what? If I was the richest person in the world, I'm not Elon Musk. Um, I think I would still have some frugal piece left in me. I just, I would still say, how can you justify that? But what I would like if I was the richest person in the world, and I've always thought of this, I've talked about it for years. I used to talk about it with my husband a lot. Um, I wish I was wealthy enough that, thank you, Dorothy, that I could, and a lot of people on Instagram and stuff are doing this, you know, where you do something for somebody anonymously. Now, if you're doing it on Instagram, I'm not sure that you're doing it anonymously, but I can't find fault with those people because they're using the money that they're making on Instagram or whatever to make somebody's day or life or whatever just a little bit better. I think that would be the funnest feeling in the world is, but I would want to do it anonymously. I wouldn't want them to feel like, I don't know, like they owed me anything or anything like that. Just make a difference in their lives very quietly. Sorry, I keep putting the napkin over it because I don't want to smear it up. I'm looking in the camera now to see where I need to punch up some of the lines, obviously over here. But anyway, like at Christmas time, go into Walmart and just walk up to the cashier and say, you know, pay for the next 5 people's cart, whatever's in it. You know? Thanks, Terry. Looks so real. Don't you think that would just be so much fun? Is just go in. You're not going to make a difference in their whole life, but you're going to make a difference in that day. I just think it would be so much fun. So I need to figure out a way to get uber wealthy. I don't want to be uber wealthy, though. I really don't. I think anything you wish for, be careful, because I think everything comes with its own traps or its own worries, you know. So be careful what you wish for, because, yeah. Just looking where I need to punch it up a little bit. Right here, obviously. You can tell I didn't have reference up here. See, I got a little carried away here with the dark. Learn how to fix those. All right, let me get out a little bit of brown. Okay, Prisma Experts. I need a neutral color combo for a snail with an orange shell. I don't know. Probably I would start with sand and see. Do they even, is sand even still a color anymore? Sand was one of my very favorite colors, and then they discontinued it for a while. But I think they brought it back. Look at my poor chocolate color pencil. It's so pitiful. All right, there's some 3 to choose from. Ask Cat and Paste. Cat and Paste has the best color selection. This one. I bug Dee Dee all the time about using, yeah, that's not going to work. Little tiny pencils breaking her fingers. And I have to say, I do the same thing. Poor chocolate pencil. I'm sure I have a replacement pencil for that one. Why haven't I gotten it out? I don't know. I just spit on that. Or it fell out of my nose. I'm not sure which. Well, I'll say a prayer for your niece and caregiver, Seashell Pink. There you go. You got a suggestion from Cat and Pace. So go with Cat and Pace because she's the last person I would argue with about color selection. I look at Cat and Pace coloring pages and I think, holy crap, that would take me a lifetime. Lifetime. And I know I'm slow because I overthink everything. Okay, those are better now, I think. All right, I can do some of the little touch up later. I got that one way too bright. But I don't necessarily want it purple either, so. The thing about some of those knee and hip surgeries, I think they do them so commonly now. That they've just gotten so darn good at them, you don't have to worry that much. Which is good. I mean, I thought at one time there was no doubt that at some point in my life I'd be having to have a knee. But since I don't ski anymore, it's gotten a lot better. So, yeah, I think I'll be able to skinny through life. I didn't shade that one at all, dork. I think everything I have left to do on this is pretty nitpicky. I probably just leave it like that. I think that's awesome, Kat, that you know all of them. I know most of them. You're still drawing and painting coronavirus. Oh my God, I can hardly wait to see that, Ruth. Right, Shelley? I do the same thing. I look at them, I blow them up to see. I told her the other day, next time she does this, could she put a little bit of detail in there? It's like, are you kidding me? How did you do that? How? I'll probably go over some of these darker areas with this chestnut and lighten them up a little bit. So, but it's like anything else, at what point do you just say, okay, enough, 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 enough. You've done enough now. But I'd say the cherries look pretty realistic. Now, if I wanted, and I thought, no, Kitty Jen, I think I'm going to do, I don't have that much time left. I think I'll do quickly footprints in the sand. But I had so much to show today that I knew I wasn't going to get right on the drawing. But yeah, I'm going to call that one pretty much as done as it's going to get. I mean, I got to remember these are Pantone cards. These are not going on the freaking wall. And this is 2/24. So try and sign and date your work. I understand your OCD, Kat. I totally get it. Get it, get it, get it. So there's, and I probably will post this on IG. And then the other cards that I picked out, this will be for the daffodil. I'm not going to do it today, obviously. But the other one I wanted to do, and I've thought about this really since I got the Pantone cards. I don't know why, but something totally kind of crazy. I want to do, and I might do it with this because it's broken and it doesn't work well, so I can really set myself up for failure. And the lead is broken. I want to do footprints in the sand. And this should be pretty easy, right? Don't you think that's going to be easy? I'm not sure how I'm going to accomplish the water and that, but there's something I like about that. Right, Barbara? That's the best thing about drawing is you start with just something totally blank, and in a little while you have cherries that make your mouth water. All right, let me see if I can even use this pencil. Well, let's start with the problem with these. Yeah, that'll work. Working on a Pantone card is I usually have like a swatch sheet next to me so I can test colors or something like that. With a Pantone card, you can't do that, dude. You can't do it. So let's all right. So about just over halfway. We'll start with the little foot down here. I'm going to be drawing this one small, so the shapes of the feet are crazy. Because you can't really see, and I'll make the indents with black, but I want to just kind of get the placement. And if this doesn't work, oh, they're not far enough apart. What the heck am I thinking? Let me see if I can erase those. I'm more worried about the weird shapes. See, that's what you do when you goof up. Just admit it and move on. Right. So I'm only going to fit a few of these on there. And I'm still going to scrunch them up. And I know there's a poem about footprints in the sand. I'm not going to put any quotes or anything on these cards. You'd think it would be really simple, right? All right, let me check chat real quick. Okay, see you later, Ruth. Go have a great afternoon. Shelly, maybe C19 cream. Look at her, cat and pay showing off. Dee Dee has the Pantone cards. That's crazy, Dorothy. Hasn't lived there since 1979 and you're still getting calls for her? That is cray. All right, and they just get smaller. And smaller. Does that look like footprints in the sand? Okay, now I think I'll get out, because my color is not exactly the same as my reference. I'm just going to have to guess what color to make the water line. I'm kind of thinking about going with a gray. Let's start with a light gray. Or that chestnut might work. Let's see that one. Okay. And then white, obviously white. All right. I'm going to start with the light gray just to give myself when I color on the side like this, you can see the lines in the matte medium. That kind of is a pain in the neck. And when I painted all these with the matte medium, because I wanted to get rid of the glossy surface, I didn't think about the texture that was going to be left. My bad. But hopefully, yeah, you can definitely see it on there. So it's just kind of a pain in the neck, but doesn't make it not usable. Just a little bit of a pain. Oh, there it is. I'm going to say, where did I lose my Mono Zero eraser? That's my favorite thing I own. All right. I'm going to go ahead and put the footprints in. Because the weird thing is, the footprints on this side, they go in and out of the water, and then right here, they just disappear. Like the water has totally obliterated them, I guess. So it's got to look like yeah, that's A little close. This may not work out at all like I expected, because down here these footprints are about that big. And almost indistinguishable. This is harder than I expected. Actually, I need black for that. Down there you can't even see it, so. This may be one that ends up in the trash. I didn't know how I was going to approach it or how to do it, so. Does that look good? I don't know. I'm not sure I'm loving this. But it was worth trying. I'll try it again. I need to get out a white pen and put some sparkles in the water out here, but I got to smooth out that water line. Where did I put? There it is. Oops, that's not good. I think if I wanted to erase everything off this card, I think I could take some odorless mineral spirits and eliminate all of it. Maybe not all the way back to the original color, but probably pretty close. So that's one nice thing to have in the back of your head is you can put it in the trash or you can try and fix it with chemicals. And one of the things bugging me is that you can see the lines so clearly. I don't like that. Another thing that might work. Yeah, I think so too, Barbara. I've just got to figure out the best approach to doing that. I'm beginning to think that maybe a Q-tip, because this I've already contaminated, and I don't have another one at my fingertips. But I do have Q-tips, so I will see if I have a clean one. If not, I'll have to go in the bathroom. Nope, here's some clean ones. Now that well, Kat, thank you. Isn't that the truth, Brenda? Hi, by the way. Things you think are going to be so simple create the most problems for you. I do have some mineral spirits here. We don't have that long left, so let's just give it a go real quick. See if we can smooth this out without obliterating it. Nope. See what I'm saying about odorless mineral spirits? I could absolutely erase that. I think what I need to do, now I'm not sure, I think it was the sepia that I used. It was. If I had more wax and pigment, I could maybe shove it down in the cracks. And see, I think right now what I'm really fighting with is the texture left by the matte medium. And that's just something I created for myself. So if you create a problem for yourself, figure out how you're going to work with it. Oh, I used the part that had the... All right, let me see if I can... Dumbass. Dumbass. All right, throw this away when you've already got mineral spirits on it. Dope. All right, maybe let's try this and see if pressure will do it. I might have to just keep messing with it until I find something that makes me feel okay. Oh, okay, Barbara Clark. Barbara Clark, excuse me. Yeah, I agree, Captain Paste. You have to be Dee to make it look that way. Well, a solution that I could probably do with the water like it is right there. I actually, for just that part of the card, I could get out some gouache or something. I'm going to get out another couple of Q-tips here. I mean, I can fix it. I'm just trying to mess with it now, but that actually is a really good idea, Barbara Clark. Cover it with paper bag or some, even a, okay, we've got one right here. We're going to. Because I don't mind wasting an emery board. I could go over it with an emery board before you put color, because now I'm just experimenting. Because I know I could get the color off if I wanted. Yeah, I can see, I can tell that it's, and I cut these up. I use these for everything. So, and I use the finer of the grit. Let's see how that works. Oh, better. All right, I've got to remember that. I'm still going to have some, but I'm not going to have as many, I don't think. And where they're really bad, just try and force it down in. Now I'm going to sit here the rest of the night and sand off every one of them with an emery board as my punishment. Now the colors change too. Oh well. Life in the fast lane. I forgot to cover up that bottom part, which is going to mean it's dirty. All right. One success, one fail. Who cares? That goes under the category of win some, lose some. Whose footprints are they? Well, if it was probably about, well, no, it was before Robert's leukemia. So I'm going to say if it was 7 or 8 years ago, those would be mine on South Padre Island. I loved walking the beach. At least once a day. Some days, twice a day. All right, how did that that help? I got rid of some of it, so yeah. I'm not crazy about it, but we're going to live with it. That is like as little amount of drawing as you can do. Not exactly what I expected, but it's okay. Actually, the white from the water goes quite a bit further in. Probably should have done the white before I did the footprints, but this is fine. Robert was not big on walking the beach. He would do it occasionally with me, but as a rule, I went and walked the beach by myself. And people on the beach are very yucky. Thank you, Dusty. All right, we're going to call that as good as it gets. Not loving it, but it's all right. I don't know what I'll do next week, but if you guys think of something you want to see, send me a message on IG or something. All right, here we go. Here's cherries, a mountain of cherries, and footprints in the sand. That's what we did today. And look at the camera trying to figure out, what do I do? What do I do? So, yeah, it was a good day. I think I want a little bit more light reflection up here. Yeah, see, I could probably sit here and just mess around forever. So, okay, you guys, go on with your day. Thank you, Shelly. Thanks, Terry. It was fun. I like hanging out with you guys. Monday is probably my favorite day of the week, really. I love getting up knowing that Dee Dee's going to be on, and then I get to stream and hang out with you guys, and then we get to eat like pigs, and then, yeah. So, yeah. So try something new or just get better at what you already do. But if you have suggestions or want to see something, give me a holler. Because sometimes I just do what I want to do, but yeah, I'll do whatever you guys want. So thanks, Kat. Thanks, Dee Dee. All right, you guys, I'm going to go figure out what to eat because I'm always hungry when I finish streaming. All right. Love you guys. Go out and be kind. It's hard, I know, but do your best. And Terry Bratt, thank you again for all my goodies. That's so thoughtful, and I appreciate it more than you know. And Sharon, too. So, all right, you guys, go have fun. Love you. See you. Bye.